We all have random pet peeves that really irk us, some more than others, and Buzzfeed has compiled a list of small hills people say they are willing to die on because they feel so strongly about it. So let's talk about, we don't know any of these, by the way. This is exciting. So first up, boneless wings are just chicken nuggets. Does that bother you?
No, because that's not true. Nuggets are smaller than boneless wings. They're much smaller. I think that's fine.
Okay, doesn't bother anyone here.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Next, there is no such thing as first annual. The first is always the inaugural event.
Oh.
That is true.
Does it bother anyone?
It doesn't bother me. I think that that's a person who believes in themselves.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a year. I would. Yeah, it's a
first
positive
time of
thing.
many.
Like, guess what? We're going to do this again next year. It's the first annual. I think that's proper. I think it's proper.
You have the second one before you start predicting things.
But you're just optimistic.
There you go.
Okay, here's another one. People using the word infamous like it means extra famous. It means you were famous for a bad reason, okay?
Yeah, that is true.
Erica's changed my mind on that. It's just like fame, shame, same game.
Fame or shame, it's all the same game.
I did not understand what that meant for a couple of years, and I get it now. You're exactly right. Doesn't matter.
All right. It depends. I don't know about that. I don't want to look in the mirror and feel shame.
Yeah, but look
fame.
at George Santos. He's doing
That's embarrassing.
to you, but he suffered no repercussions for lying. He's doing
He's a laughing
OnlyFans.
stock.
Yeah, but I don't know if
Cameos
he.
for $400.
But look, think of like Billy the Kid. He's infamous, right?
Yeah.
In a good way.
Right.
Like people are like, oh, Billy the Kid, I love that story and stuff, but he killed people.
Right.
You know?
Al Capone,
Mob
same way.
guys, yeah.
Same
Yeah.
thing.
And he was kicked out of Congress, so there is
Yeah,
consequences.
it took like a year.
Okay, but there is consequences.
Which
All
is
right,
what?
next. Are you someone who says should have? Oh, this is such a good one. Should have instead of should have. This really irks some people.
Oh.
Do you say should have or should have?
The people that correct me irk me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But do
How about
you
mind
think
own
in your
business,
mind?
nerd?
See, I think in my mind, is it should have? Because I mess things up a lot.
Well, but you're very honest about that, and I respect that. I think, honestly, I love that about Sam. She's like, oh, did I mess that up? I never know when to say, can I or may I? Like, can I take my coat or may I
if
take
you
my
have
coat
the
off?
ability to, so can I take my coat off? Yes, you are capable of doing that. May I take my coat off is implying you want to stay a minute.
Oh.
Is that okay?
All right, it turned into something else.
And then and then the nerdy teacher that wants to be all the students' friends are like, I don't know, can you?
Yes.
Thanks, Mr.
Yes.
Johnson.
Yep.
Jeff is channeling some people today.
I hate everybody.
Lastly, some people hate when someone says something is very unique. There are no degrees of uniqueness. Either something is unique or it is not. I tend to say things like that. Very unique.
But I think when you say very unique, that you're putting that modifier on it because you're saying it's not good. You know, it's like, how's Al's, new outfit? And you're just like, it's very unique. Like, it's a different way to say, I don't like that.
What little hill do you guys all die on? You have a lot of little hills.
I have a million
little hills.
A lot of hills.
Yeah.
But more recently, me and my wife were talking on our podcast, and we had this argument. Together mess, thank you. About eating a steak off of a paper plate.
Oh.
And she has no problem with that, and I have a big problem
I'm
with
Team
that.
Jeff on that one.
Yeah.
I'm Team Jeff on
and
that
I didn't even
one,
get to
too.
the sauces. If I'm marinating a steak for like a day
Right.
and I grill it perfectly, don't even come with the sauces. That's divorce talk.
That's old
and then if
school
you're
Chicago.
But then if you're going to
I
put a
feel
paper
like.
plate, come on, what are you doing to me?
Yeah.
That's disrespectful.
Yeah, you got to get a plate.
No, I know that's like a big thing. I know
a big thing.
If you go to a restaurant or you marinate a steak, you're not supposed to have any sauces. I got news. If I'm paying $50 for anything, I'm going to do what the hell I want to it.
How about if your husband spends a lot of time on it?
He has done that. And
you make a sauce?
And sometimes I will.
You and Jordan.
Sometimes I'm not drowning it in sauce.
What little
but-
hills irk you?
Oh, I have too many to pick.
I know.
It's a very hilly lane.
Any that come to mind?
I definitely, for some reason, it bothers me when people say, me, myself, personally, I'm just like, you can just start talking. I'm assuming that you're talking about yourself. So especially to name all three of those things, I don't know why that
It bothers you.
Yeah.
What about you?
I get really irked when I am so courteous to let someone in front of me and they don't give me a courtesy wave. Acknowledge it.
Oh, that's a good one.
I will acknowledge it to the point where I'm like, do they see me? Do they not? Like, oh shoot, my windows are tinted. Thank you. Like a psychopath.
But then they
Because
might think you're being sarcastic because it's so much.
No, I appreciate that.
Thank
I
you.
do too.
If you don't give it, I'm not even joking. In my world,
Yeah.
you go to jail for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Except for the day the lady tried to run me off the road because she thought I flipped her off.
That's what I'm saying. It's weird hand signals.